We got our first rate cuts today in the bull market, and usually this does lead to parabolic price action, and the price action today was actually not crazy volatile. I think this is a very good sign for the markets in the coming weeks. So in this video, I'm going to go over the tokens and the projects that I am looking at to pump first whenever we head towards the upside, but also there are new competitors and new projects coming into the market that look very strong and are looking like very strong trades in the coming weeks. So I'm going to go over all of that and more in this video. So without further ado, let's jump into it. Before we jump into it, be sure to drop down below, hit that like button, and subscribe to the channel for more every single week here on In the Game. Especially after rate cuts, we have you covered for what could be a parabolic alt season to cap off this bull run. So like and subscribe down below, and be sure, of course, to check out our sponsors in the link down below in the description from Nexus Labs, the software and trading platform we use every single day on this show. You can also get alpha direct from me on this platform. Blowfin, one of the leading centralized exchanges, and 𝗪𝗏, the derivatives exchange from CoinW. You can check out all of those down below in the description and get sign up bonuses or free offers on all three. So let's just go ahead and jump right into it, guys. Once again, I'm not going to spend a ton of time in this video, but we finally got that confirmation, official rate cuts. We've been waiting for this for months. Trump has been calling for rate cuts and asking Powell and the Fed to cut rates, and we got that 25% or the 0.25 basically, so 25 basis points Federal Reserve rate cut today. And this is going to be very strong for the market, and it was much needed. We saw literally the search term on Google, help with mortgage, was surpassing the '08 housing crisis levels. So this is really going to help these types of metrics. More people, if we do actually have more rate cuts to finish out this year, are going to have a little more at least expendable cash to be able to put in stuff like stocks, bonds, gold, crypto, whatever the case is. And historically speaking, we all know that after rate cuts, crypto does very, very well. And of course, we've never seen rate cuts in a climate where crypto is so widely accepted as a global asset class. Like Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, Hyperliquid, these types of tokens have really been shoved into the forefront of what is going on with cryptocurrency, and really just actually have solidified themselves for a traditional investor to actually consider. They see Bitcoin as a point of strength now, a store of value. So I think that things have really changed here. I think that this next couple of months could be very explosive in this regard. And we just look at some of the news, you know, obviously the accumulation, different treasury companies with Hyperliquid, recently also with Ethereum, Ethena, Bitcoin, but also we see Google collaborating with Coinbase to add crypto payments to its new AI payments protocol. Just a lot of stuff going on in the world of crypto. And I think this is just going to keep growing throughout the year 2025. And today, even the volatility trading Bitcoin on FOMC, pre-market, we were dipping, then it kind of went back up, came back down. It's down 0.9% on the daily, but still sitting in those upper $115,000 ranges. And then other altcoins are widely unaffected. If we look here, I mean, we see Solana at 239, BNB in the green on the day, Hyperliquid in the green on the day, 𝗬𝗎, Avalanche, Ethena, a lot of the tokens that we are super bullish on here on the channel actually held up very well in this climate. So I think this is a time where if you have been on the sidelines, if you have been maybe holding off your risk, you wanted a clear-cut stance from the Federal Reserve that we are going to cut interest rates, now would be the time to take a look across the board at what altcoins you want to be accumulating at this point in time. And just going across the board, you guys know, I mean, the Hyperliquid trade that we've been taking on this channel is paying off day after day. The growth is unreal. And at this point in time, we see, you know, the TVL on different protocols and Project X specifically, their lead DeFi protocol on Hyper EVM, recently crossed $5 billion in trading volume, while also being number 2 in 30-day fees, right behind Hyperliquid themselves. So they are making the second most fees in the whole entire Hyperliquid ecosystem behind Hyperliquid themselves, which is very bullish. They just came out with their phase 2 today, so you can swap any given token from any chain on Project X for 0 fees. So definitely have asserted themselves as a spot DEX to look out for, because you can bridge any token from Hyperliquid to other chains or from another chain into Hyper EVM with no fees. So this is making it one of the easiest onboarding that you've ever seen into Hyperliquid or Hyper EVM at this point in time. And truly speaking, I think we see 60, 65, 70 in the coming weeks on Hyperliquid. This thing is not slowing down and is absolutely continuing to prove to be the trade of the cycle. But competition is a good thing. And what we are seeing in the market today is Aster go live. Aster is basically Hyperliquid, but built natively on Binance Smart Chain. So we see here 𝗧𝗔 himself, the man behind Binance. Well done, good start, keep building. And you can only currently buy this token on Aster. So they're onboarding a ton of liquidity. As you can see, $114 million in 24-hour volume coming in here. And really, this has been nothing but up throughout the day. I think this will continue to grow. I think Binance is going to continue to pump this, and they're onboarding a ton of people onto this platform. And you know, Binance wants a little bit of that market share back from Hyperliquid. I did make a buy here around 19 cents. I shared this at our NFT collection, TTOO, and also I shared it on the Alpha tab on Nexus Labs. So if you want access to, as soon as I get in on these plays, I would definitely check out either Nexus in the description down below or our NFT collection at TTOO, because that is the real time. As you know, I'm recording this, it's a little later in the day, but I wanted to see where the rate cuts landed. But right now, this thing is on a trajectory towards 30 cents and probably continues to grow, because there's not even a centralized exchange listing yet. Aster tokens will not be available before October 1st on any other marketplace than their native marketplace. So you can still buy and sell exclusively on Aster Spot. More information related to centralized exchange will be available soon. And as Cooker says here, basically what this means is Binance Spot in 2 weeks. Like that's exactly what this reads. So I think that this will be a great trade, even at 30 cents. This thing just hit 30 cents. So that is crazy. If you have been watching this token throughout the day, or you got an entry on this, congratulations. This is the first day that it went live. I record in the afternoons, so this thing has been running a little bit, but I do have an active position here, kind of as a competition play to Hyperliquid, but it is not going to waver my conviction from Hyperliquid. I just know that 𝗧𝗔 himself wants as much of that market share back from Hyperliquid. So they're going to do everything in their power to pump this token. If you need to have an invite code to Aster, if you are interested in just checking it out as a Hyperliquid competitor, I'll leave a link down below in the description to check this out. But otherwise, we see AVAX hovering at that $30 level. Tons of strength after months and months of sideways trading and activity, holding that $30 level quite well. DEX volumes, stablecoin transfers, active L1s, and Bitcoin volume on the Avalanche chain are going up like crazy. They are literally all in parabolic time periods. So all of the coins that we have been talking about on this show have been just showing insane growth. And we have institutions that want to buy $1 billion worth of Avalanche. That is literally multiple percentages of the Avalanche supply. So what we are seeing this cycle is unprecedented levels of bull. And just going down the line, SUI underneath $4. We see Athena still at 70 cents. Tau at that 350 level. Caspa at 9 cents. We see Kita, which I think is the most undervalued protocol in all of crypto. Kita's sitting at 90 cents. After rate cuts, this should give you the clear-cut go-ahead as to opening up your horizons and being ready to accumulate these positions, okay? It has never been more clear that I think the next 2 months, and I think we will be in a position to really start taking profits by end of October and November, because usually the holidays do mark local tops. So we'll be really diligent on that. But I think now is the time to make sure you're positioned in all of your top coins, regardless of the scenario. And the reason I'm only highlighting these high level protocols in this video, is I think this is where the money's going to come first, especially the fact that we didn't see such a huge sell the news. We're back at 116K right now as I'm talking. So look, I think the fact that we didn't see a crazy sell-off is so bullish for the coming weeks and months in this market. And I think if you're sidelined, get involved with your favorite protocols, let it rip, and be ready to take profits over the next month or two, because I think it's going to happen fast. The average length of an alt season is 18 days, okay? So while everyone's wondering if an alt season is going to happen, when is it going to happen? Once it gets here, guys, it's going to come in a flash, okay? There will be ecosystem pumps like we've seen with Sol, BNB, AVAX, but we have to be ready and pull the trigger. And the first coins to get liquidity are these main tokens. So like I said, for me, Sol, Hyperliquid, 𝗬𝗎, AVAX, Ethena, 𝗵𝗏𝗏𝗏, Kaspa, PENGU, stuff like obviously Aether is ripping at this point in time, and then KETA. Those are the ones that I'd really prioritize at this stage of the market. If you missed this trade at 30 cents on Aster, which just went live today, I don't know that I'd be chasing this, given the fact that it is up 10x since this thing launched. I'm up 50% on the position that I put in here, so I wouldn't chase this. Maybe look for a dip, but I do think that Binance will crime pump this, aka scam pump it, regardless of what happens. Now it's at 31 cents, so I'll be keeping my eyes on this as well. But this should be the green light go ahead that the bull market is on. And like I said, the alt season will come and go in a flash, and you're going to be drunk off profits if you've been getting involved with your favorite tokens and accumulating at this stage of the cycle over the next few months. Just make sure we have a game plan. I'll be updating you my game plan as I rotate to different narratives, as I rotate down the ladder to low market cap coins that can 5, 10, 20x within weeks if we do see that alt season. And then we're going to make sure we capitalize to the fullest of the rate cuts ahead. As most analysts project, we're going to have 3 rate cuts this year, this month, and then the following 3. So I think that that's going to be very bullish for the markets. And this is the clear-cut go-ahead that the markets are about to go parabolic. So guys, like the video down below, subscribe to the channel if you enjoy the content. We will see you tomorrow on the next video. As always, play well, my friends, trade responsibly, and of course, stay bullish, my friends.